Well, we might as well say it this way. Al Tucci, Ken Quartuccio. Ken Quartuccio, I'm going to tell you what, phenomenal. You came out here the first run. It's the beginning of the 2025 season, NHRA Pro Mod, and you came out. Tell us a little bit about that run. Then I want to go back a few weeks with everything you've done, but how do you feel right now in this car?
Much relieved, I'll be honest with you. I was worried. We tested a lot, and we tested at Bradenton and Orlando, and I think the track maybe wasn't conducive to what we're trying to do here. And then Wednesday we tested, and the track just wasn't there for us. So we really struggled. But Brandon Stroud, Chris Johnson, and Dennis, they all went back and really looked at notes and really just brainstormed. And when I let go of that button, I knew right away that it was good because it left and it was smooth and it left and it was fast. And I knew right away we were going to be okay.
So you knew that they had found maybe whatever was missing, the missing link, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's always something in racing, right? I mean, every day isn't perfect, unless your name's Quartuccio, because the last few weeks have been unbelievable. And I got to witness it. And I've loved you since the beginning of Pro Street. And you just had classy cars, a classy guy, great drag racer. Let's move it up from the 90s and go just a few weeks ago. Radial versus the world. You went out there in a radial tire, broke a world record, 47, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And you went to the finals and won that deal at Duck's race at this, the Lights Out 16. But tell me a little bit about that feeling, and then we'll get to the next one.
It's been a dream come true. I'll be honest with you. Since I got hooked up with Scott Tidwell, Dustin Nessaloni, Steve Petty, Brandon Stroud, Chris Johnson, Chris Terry. I mean, this group is so deep here. It's not just one tuner that's trying to make all the decisions, and they all brainstorm with each other. They welcome me in as family, which is the best part for me. And my family, my wife, my kids, they just treat us good, and it's...
Don't forget that grandson.
Oh, yeah.
I know that's your magnet. I see that, and I love it every time. I told your daughter, I go, man, does he love that kid?
Yeah.
It's an awesome feeling, isn't it?
Oh, it's incredible. And I let I have 4 kids, and I let them know straight up that Avery, my grandson, is by far my favorite. They have nothing on him. I'm leaving everything that's left to him. And they're all okay with it because that's how good of a kid he is. And honestly, my life is so full right now with happiness that, yeah, we won a lot of races in the last couple months, and it's great. But the relationship that I built with this group, led by Scott Tidwell, and I know I keep saying that and I praise him, but I'll be honest with you, he's like a little brother to me, but a big brother. And he's the best, and I can't thank him enough.
That's awesome. Now let's fill the plate a little more. Let's go to Bradenton. Let's go to the Winter Series. Incredible stuff. You came out there, came up a little short to Kai, and then the next one, you took that one home. I mean, the U.S. Street Nationals, Snowbirds, you knew in your mind, and I know I met you at the airport after that loss, and I know that you were going to come back with a vengeance.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I came home and I'd sit in my office and my daughters would come in and they'd ask me paperwork to do. And honestly, I'd pushed all my paperwork to the side. And I watched that final round probably 5,000 times. And I couldn't decide whether I made the right decision by lifting. But that was the first race with a screw blower in my whole life. So I said, that's fine. I accepted, and Kai is great. And he's turned... People like him is what this sport needs, and I think him winning, as disappointing as I was great for the sport.
Oh,
because
absolutely.
Those guys, they deserve to win, and he drove his butt off. But I said to myself, I'm coming back with a vengeance. And I went to U.S. Street, and I didn't hang out. I didn't really party a lot. Well, not that I party because I'm old, but I just put my head down and went to work. And in that final round, I wasn't lifting no matter what. I would have wound up in the parking lot. I'd been okay with it.
You went through everyone there. I mean, A to B, every time you were up there. It was a beautiful race. Then we get to the third race. You guys came out there at, the final Drag Illustrated World Series of Pro Mod, and you went some laps, and then all of a sudden you were bumped out, and I was like, oh my gosh, but I was watching the points. And, to watch what you did for the last 2 races, to come out there and capitalize on winning the championship for that Winter Series, it's incredible.
Yeah, no, it was. I wish they would have just maybe have waited till the end for the awards stuff, but they wanted to do it in front of the fans, and I loved that. And honestly, I rode in the back of a pickup truck. I felt like Dale Earnhardt going around Daytona, waving to the fans and everything, and that was something I'll never forget.
Special moment. I watched it out the window of the tower. I was like, look at him.
Yeah.
Soak it up, Kenny. That's all I kept thinking.
And I felt felt as though I had come full circle because, like, we had a kid that was there, and I think I told you this, but somebody came to me with a VHS tape from 1994 Orlando, where you interviewed me in '94 when we ran World Street Finals back then, and some kid wanted me to sign that cassette thing for him, and I'm like, to go from that to riding in the back of the pickup truck
it brings everything back, right?
Yeah.
It brings everything, and you know what it really brings back? Brings back the feeling of all the hard work, and it's coming around. And I'm not taking anything away from the old days, but what's coming around now is well deserved, my friend.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
God bless. Ken Quartuccio, I'm going to tell you what, come up around number 2. We're going to see how well he does. He's going to have a cheeseburger. We interrupted his lunch, but this man rules.